with Avon Lake Community TV. We're here at the second annual Cruise-In. Tell me about the event today. How did you get involved?
Well, this of course is the second annual Cruise-In. The first one was at and hosted by DEI last year, and Recreation Director Tim Pinchek and Public Works Director Joe Reitz attended it and said this would be a great event for the city to be involved in.
And what are you looking forward to most today?
You know, the cars that have already showed up are amazing, and you know, I thought I knew what to expect out of the group of cars that I was going to see today, and I'm already bowled over.
I don't know anything about cars, and I'm not a car geek from the standpoint of all the noise and engine and being impressed with all the horsepower, but I really appreciate them as works of art and works of history. And as we were talking about the Edsel over there, that brings back some memories of that. They're all wonderful, and what's amazing is we have just perfect weather. There's an incredible breeze and very pleasant. We like to think it's always a nice day in Avon Lake, but this is especially nice.
My name is David Pilger, known as Edsel Dave.
Edsel Dave, okay. How long have you had your Edsel?
I bought it in 1968.
So you've had... Wow, so you didn't restore it? It's been this way, you've just kept it up?
No, I took it to a man in 1974. It had 4 rust spots on it in the front and by the wheel wells. I wanted those fixed and repaint the car. That was in 74. I got it back in 2013. When we took it in, we put it inside of one of his 4 paint booths. Put plastic on it, closed the doors, and that's where it's at for 39 years. But it's all original, interior, everything. I mean, it's just the paint is all that's been redone to it.
What kind of miles to the gallon do you get?
Not even 10. Brand new, they said you're going to get 13.7. I don't believe that because it had to be downhill with a 40-mile-an-hour wind behind you.
Called over to Dave Markley, the owner over at DEI, and said, hey, you know, we have the space and we want to take your show and really make it something bigger, make it a city / local business event. And needless to say, I think we're doing really well.
What was your favorite car you've seen come in here so far?
Joe's car.
What's your car?
Yeah, I brought my little black coupe over there, so I was here bright and early to help everybody get set up. So just at this point, just enjoying the day.
So tell me about your car.
It's a 1979 Trans Am 10th anniversary limited edition. I did everything myself too. Nobody touched it. I did the motor work, did all the interior sewing of the leather, body, paint, you name it, you see it, design, fabricating, welding, I did it all. This decal is the original decal.
Okay.
It's the only, I liked it so much, it's the only one that actually came off the hood and onto the fenders. But these I designed to match it.
Okay, so what is this?
Well, it's an engine out of a helicopter. It was built in 1956. It was in a Sikorsky H-19. The engine was donated to the Connecticut Air Museum, and it sat outside behind one of their warehouses for 40 years. And I found it last year. I brought it home in March, and I spent 8 months restoring it.
And does it run? I mean, if you want to start it up right now, you... So what got you into this? Did you always have an interest?
Yeah, you know, I've been looking for one of these for about 20 years. I bought this one because it was complete. After the crash, they took it out of the helicopter, didn't take anything off of it, didn't do anything. Donated it to the museum, and there it sat. Burns a gallon a minute.
A gallon a minute, wow.
I've lived in Avon Lake since 1958, and my wife Joyce and I are still in the same house. The cottage community, good old Stop 45, yeah.
And does this car live there too?
Oh, yes.
How long have you had it?
Only 41 years.
Only?
Yeah, I bought it in 1975.
And what year is the car?
1936 Ford.
How much work did you have to do to it?
Well, just mechanical things. I've left it the way it came from the factory. I
Wow.
like old school stuff.
So does it drive well?
Yeah, I drive it around Avon Lake and so forth, and that's about it. But I enjoy cars, you know, and Cushman motor scooters.
You're the Cushman man in the parade, huh? Yes.
Yeah, my son and I had a couple of them in the parade, yeah. I enjoy it very much.
We want to find out what first car people owned. Mine was a Ford Pinto, yellow with a black stripe, and no, it never did blow up that I know of. So tell me, what was your first car?
My first car was a 1963 Ford Galaxy convertible. The irony is I worked nights, or the 3 to 11 shift, and I almost never was able to put the top down.
A 72 Dodge Coronet with a 383 Police Interceptor engine in it and a bullet hole in the front fender.
Seriously?
Yeah, it was my first vehicle ever. It was a $250 wonder car because every morning you wondered if it was going to run. But it was a lot of fun.
1976 Dodge Dart.
What color?
Rust brown, because it was rusty.
1970 Pontiac Tempest. It was rust brown, but it was painted that way.
My first car was a Thunderbird. My dad was a mechanic, and he must have gotten one from somebody for sale or whatever. And I was going to Ohio State, so I drove a red Thunderbird back and forth to Ohio State in 1966.
My first car was a 1995 Plum Saturn wagon. It was not my first choice of first cars, but that is what was available at the time, and by the time it died, I had great affection for it.
1984 Mercury Lynx.
Whoa, what color?
Blue two-tone. It was the Mercury version of the Ford Escort.
1973 Dodge Dart Swinger with a 318.
Nice. What color?
Red.
Yeah.
With a white vinyl top.
Oh, perfect.
It had the mag wheels on the back.
Did you buy it or was it given to you?
I bought it for $300.
Ford convertible, four-door Phaeton.
36 four-door?
Phaeton.
Phaeton. I've never heard of those.
Well, because I'm older than you.
Would you like to tell us about your first car?
I got a Hot Wheel. Wow, my first car was a graduation gift from college. It was a 1984 Ford EXP, and it was a stick shift.
Okay.
And my mom took me to the Walmart parking lot, and we went around in circles until I learned how to drive the stick shift.
Okay, you're here today with Love Astray?
Yes, we are. Both of us are, and another helper over here.
And what's your name?
Diane.
Diane, and your name?
Hi, I'm Mary Beth.
Mary Beth, hi.
So we house these animals at Avon Lake, Paws by the Lake. Actually, they do it for us, which is a wonderful thing. We used to have them over at the City Service Center. So they're actually, it's all volunteers. We walk the dogs, go to events to try to raise money so that we can keep the shelter going and hopefully adopt some of these dogs today.
So both these dogs are up for adoption?
They are. So this is King. He's about 7 years old. He was taken from the Lorain County Pound. Levistry went in and rescued him from that facility and brought him here. And then Hannah's about 7 as well, and she's a lab. And she was an owner relinquished dog, meaning the owners gave her up. And so she's here also looking for a home.
Okay. Well, they're beautiful dogs.
Yes, they're both great dogs. We have many other dogs on our website. Many are fostered in homes. So you can look at the Love Astray website for other animals that are looking for their forever home.
Okay.